All right, class. This video, I'm gonna do a series of videos to go over your final project. What we're gonna be doing, we're gonna make an animation out of your design. So this is what you did. Well, of course, without the lines. This is what you did for your the work for your midterm, which was a rendering, and then we made it into a sign. Now we're gonna get this work that you did, these elements here, to create an animation, and that's going to be your final. So the animation, we're going to do it in Photoshop, right? And I'm going to show you the steps on how to do that. So let me show you the way it's going to be at the end. So we're going to do an animation so that you show the process of sketch, lines, shadows, color, sky, people, and then we're gonna put it where it goes so that when the sign appears, it's right where it should be. So then the sign comes in, and then that's gonna be your animation. All right. So this is gonna be the steps we're gonna be working with. We are gonna make the animation, and again, it's gonna go from sketch, lines. Let me speed it up. Color, sky, people, and then the sign. Okay, and again, we're doing this in Photoshop, and I'm going to show you the steps of how to do that. This is gonna be part of your final, and then, well, let's work on this first, and then we're going to do some changes to your design here, in which we're going to put a QR code, and you scan that QR code, and that QR code is going to send you straight to your animation, which we're going to save as a video. All right, so those are going to be the steps for your final. All right, so let's start with the animation first. So let me close this, and let me change this. When you open Photoshop, let me close the timeline. We open Photoshop, it looks similar to this. All right, there's nothing there. There's no canvas for us to work on. So the first thing we need to do is open the canvas so we can start placing our information. In this case, it's going to be the sketch, the lines, the shadows, the color, the sky, and the people, and then later on the sign itself to do the animation. So we're going to do one by one. So the first thing we need to do is open a canvas. So let's go to File, New. Okay, here you have several options. It will be better we use video and film, but let's use print for now since we're getting the information from Illustrator to a certain size. Let's go with print, and we are able still we'll be able to do the animation still. So the width, let's do it 11, and the height is going to be 5.5. Okay, that's going to be the width 11, height 5.5. Make sure it's inches. Resolution, we're going to change it to 150, and make sure your color mode it's RGB because it's going to be projected on the phone or a tablet. When you scan it, we're going to view it on either a phone or tablet. So RGB is for anything that gets projected on a screen. CMYK, anything that is going to be printed on paper or that's going to be printed. So put create. Okay, so there we go. So layers. There we go. Here you probably see it. Look at the right side. You're gonna see a tab that says layers. Okay. In Illustrator, we're working with layers also. See the layers in Illustrator. Here they work a little bit different. They work the same in the sense that whatever layer's on top is closest to you on the screen, and whatever's at the bottom is farthest for you on the screen. So for that reason, we have sky below everything else and the elevation because the sky it's in the background. Okay, and then we have the characters or the people. Actually, yeah, the people is one of the top ones because that's in front of all this other information. So it's everything's in layers. Okay, the ones at the top are closest to you on the screen. The ones towards the bottom, they're furthest from you on the screen. So layers here, and also you have the options of locking and turning off and on. The difference is going to be that usually in Illustrator, you have to make the layers by yourself. In Photoshop, if you bring an element in, automatically it creates a layer for you, and that we're going to do the steps. By default, you get a background layer, and that's this white that we see. If I turn it off, well, let me unlock it. If I turn it off, see, you see this checkers. This checkers means that there's nothing there. And this, it says, or it's saying that there's a white background. This could be any color actually, okay? But we're gonna leave it as white. So that's the only layer we have. So what we're gonna start doing is bringing in the information that we need and changing the layers and putting it together. So that's gonna be the first video, how to bring the information in and have it ready, so we can start doing for us to start doing the sketch first and then the animation. So we're gonna go to Illustrator. So you have to have your file open. All right. First thing that I want to bring in is gonna be just the lines. Okay, just the elevation by itself. No color, no shadows, just the elevation by itself. The elevation that I gave you to start this project. So I'm gonna lock everything except the elevation layer, which is this one. All right. I'm gonna unlock that, because I don't want to select anything. I just want to select the elevation. Okay, again, that's the one that we started with. So with that selected, I'm gonna just go to the selection and grab the rectangle like this and grab. Whatever's gonna grab is gonna be just what it's unlocked, which in this case is the elevation. So I know I'm just taking this information, just the elevation. That's why I wanted everything to be on layers. That way we have more control. If it was everything in one layer, then it will be a mess to do this, to pick up information that we want. Okay, so unlock elevation, go ahead and select it. I'm gonna do Control C for copy, or you can come to edit and copy, whichever. Control C, and then I'm gonna come to Photoshop, open it up, and I'm gonna do Control V or edit paste, whichever. Control V. Okay, I guess I didn't get it. Let's try it again. Let's grab this, Control C, and let's go here, Control V. There we go. When you paste, you're gonna have these options. All right. I don't have time to go over these or over this information, so let's just select pixel. We're gonna convert it into pixels. So we're going now from vector into pixels. When we did the people, this guys here, we went from pixels to vector. We created those in vector. I did those two. Now we're going the opposite. We're gonna get the vector and convert it into pixels. So when you bring it in, paste as pixels. Press OK. And it's gonna paste it right in the middle. And that's what we want. Don't make any changes. Don't move it up and down. Just leave it where it goes. Where you pastes it. If it's looks like this, just leave it the way it is. Press Enter, and it's gonna paste it. All right. So now we have, and now they're pixels if you look at it, and that's fine. It's gonna be an animation. We don't have to be. It doesn't have to be too sharp. So notice when I brought this in, it showed it as it brought it a layer. We didn't do a layer. Automatically, when you bring something into Photoshop, automatically it puts it on a new layer. What we have to do here is just rename the layer. This layer, we're gonna rename it by double clicking on layer 1, and we're gonna call it lines. Okay, that's it. Let me stop this video here because I don't want to do for it to get too long. So in this video, we covered how to open the canvas, how to bring in the information from Illustrator, just the elevation that we started with, pasting it as pixel, and changing the layer name to lines. Next video, we're going to do the sketch. Okay, so I'm going to do it in sections.